you actually like the club and decided to join, please talk to Kathy and also Ken as well. And of course, pay your membership dues to Philip over there. So without further ado, let's introduce the Toastmaster for today. For the English session, we have Ken. And for the
To get started, we'll start with the English introduction. First of all, your cell phones, please turn them off or turn them to silent mode during the meeting. Second, I want to cover any changes on the agenda. Opening of the meeting was actually Tiffany Fong, who's our club president, not Yang, who isn't here today. And then also, we are missing Lynn. I tried to confirm with her about English table topics, and I didn't hear back. So I'll fill in, or someone else can fill in for the English table topics today. So those are the two changes that I am aware of. Secondly, Toastmaster isn't supposed to give a long speech, so I'll keep it short. But the complaint a few weeks ago was no agenda. Today, there's actually 3 agendas. I simply use templates from various clubs I know of. There's the first one, which is really good for the timer. There's the second one, which kind of helps out the Toastmasters. And then the third page is sort of the original that this club got started with. So ultimately, when the club is chartered, we'll be able to use some of the websites that actually will compile a agenda for us, which is real easy. So I'm hoping we can move in that direction. But for today, just for an example, there's 3. Next, would you like to introduce the Mandarin session and maybe talk about the speakers and what languages they'll be speaking in?
Okay. Okay. My name's Amy, and I'm the Mandarin Toastmaster.
So what Mandarin?
So 我叫 Amy， and 我是今天中文的 Toastmaster。今天我们有2个演讲的朋友，一位是 Sfmet， 他会为我们带来第3次演讲，他的演讲主题是一朵玫瑰花。第2位是 Hing， 他的中文名字叫梁先生。他会为我们带来广东粤语的演讲。今天这个演讲是他比较特别的一个演讲。他的演讲主题，他的题目是从金融到心理学之道。
And because we have a lot of new people here today, in just a few words, I'm going to have the Akon or grammarian stand up and say what they're doing, and then the timer briefly say that they're timing everyone so that keeps the meeting on track. So first of all, our grammarian, Kathy.
So being a grammarian will be is for medical errors and I'm also the accountant today, so I'm not going to get into a word and necessary in Chinese. So a lot of your words are
Thank you. And then Timo, if you could say what the timer does, green, yellow, and red.
Sure. So the timer today, depending on if it's a table topic or table speech, we have to point the card at the speaker and 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, just to let you know how you're doing on time.
Thank you very much. I guess it is time to move on to the first English speaker, just to keep things moving quickly. So I'd like to call Marshika. Marshika's working on her project 2, and her speech is titled The Cameron House and Chinese American Women in San Francisco. Marshika, welcome.
I'm just going to create a little podium over here. I feel like more of a, huh?
Do you have a manual?
Do you have a manual?
Or evaluation?
Um,
I can loan you one.
yeah,
It's
it's in
always
my,
fine.
of San Francisco, and is the oldest in North America, and was established in 1848. What is not so well known is that in this Chinese community, it was home to a slave trade in the late 19th century and early 20th century. And these slaves were young Chinese girls who were smuggled into the U.S. or brought over on false papers in order to serve as prostitutes or as forced labor in homes, or even given off to arranged marriages to Chinese men in San Francisco. The reason for this was two laws that passed in the late 19th century. One of them is the Chinese Exclusion Act, which limited the amount of Chinese immigration that was allowed into the U.S. at that time. So basically, Chinese immigration was limited to single Chinese males. Women were not allowed in. They were not allowed to bring their families over. And the Geary Act of 1892 supported this law, but it required that Chinese laborers carry around their identification at all times. So as a result of these two laws, prostitution and the sale of girls was rampant. Smugglers, I'm sure, earned quite a lot from bringing in these young girls. What awaited them when they came over from China, often they were sold by their families. What awaited them was a very short life, a very harsh existence of subjugation and abuse. And on average, the lifespan after arriving in San Francisco was 5 years. Chinatown, I think well up into the 20th century, was a neighborhood that was described as a ghetto. It was dangerous. There were turf wars, gang wars going on, especially in the late 19th century, that made it an extremely dangerous place to live. It was very much like the Wild Wild West, as you might see in the movies. But there was one person, I should preface that by saying that you would see very, very few non-Chinese people in this neighborhood in these early days, because this was an area that was demarcated for Chinese workers, laborers to reside. But there was one exception, who was Donaldina Cameron. She was a Presbyterian missionary woman who came to the Occidental Mission Home for Girls, which was established on the Sacramento Street Hill. And this home was run for young Chinese girls in the area who were trying to leave these kind of abusive situations. So Donaldina Cameron originally worked as a sewing teacher, but she soon began getting involved in nighttime raids with the police, trying to raid brothels and rescue the girls inside. There's also anecdotal evidence that when she took the girls under her care, she also hid the girls from immigration authorities and the police when they came looking for them, because often they might have been married off and they were legally bound to these other situations. And so what Donaldina Cameron did is she had some holes in the wall of the Cameron house, and when the alarm sounded, all the girls would run and hide in these holes until the police were gone. So she was a very, I think, courageous woman to be operating such a rescue scheme in such a time and in such a dangerous neighborhood. I think altogether, Donaldina Cameron ended up saving about 3,000 women and girls over the course of her career. She retired in 1942, and the Occidental Mission House was then renamed the Donaldina Cameron House, which it still sits today at 920 Sacramento Street on a really massive hill. It still serves the Asian American community, low-income families, and provides support for youth activities, volunteering, and so forth. So the Cameron House is not a very, very well-known landmark in San Francisco, but it's certainly one that's worth visiting, and it's a very important part of San Francisco's history, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to talk to you about it. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, Rashika. I will also mention that her project was Project 2, which is Organize Your Speech, and Project 3, which is coming up, and I'm talking Mandarin shortly, is titled Get to the Point. And again, these are projects out of the Competent Communicator Manual for CCNet. So to move on to our Mandarin speaker, Mandarin Toastmaster.
嗨，接下来是中文的第一个演讲，我们的演讲嘉宾是 Ben Truck， 他的中文名字叫黄日官，让我们欢迎黄日官。
大家好，今天晚上有一个中国故事，叫一朵玫瑰花。有位绅士在花店门口停了车，他打算向花店订一束花，请他们送去给有盖故乡的母亲。绅士正要走进店门时，发现有个小女孩坐在路上哭。绅士走进小女孩面前，他说：“为什么你坐这里哭？”孩子说：“我想买一朵玫瑰花给妈妈，可是我的钱不够。”绅士听了感到心疼，所以他牵着小女孩的手走进花店，限定了送给母亲的花束，然后给小女孩买了一朵玫瑰花。走出花店时，绅士向小女孩提议要开车送她回家。孩子说：“真的送她回家吗？”绅士说：“当然了。”孩子说：“那你送我去妈妈那里好吗？可是叔叔，我妈妈住的地方比这里很远。”绅士说：“如果我早知道不加你了。”绅士开玩笑地说。绅士开车依照小女孩说的一直去，没想到走出市区大马路之后，以前他们在大路上间距，竟然拐到了墓园。小女孩把画放在一座新坟旁边。小女孩1个月以前刚过去的母亲献上一朵玫瑰花，而走到墓园的时候，绅士把小女孩送回家中。绅士马上回去花店，他取消了要寄给母亲的花束，而改买了一大束鲜花。他要亲自把献给妈妈。谢谢。
谢谢颁给我们演讲。他今天的演讲的主要目的是要一针见血。大家觉得他的演讲怎么样？有没有一针见血？有。OK， 那我们就turn the table to our English Toastmaster.
Next, we have an English talk, and Lylin is our next speaker today. And the title of her talk is Leaving Home. And this is the project 1, which is typically known as the icebreaker, but it's just a project. It's a little bit shorter, where you just get started speaking and discover your strengths and what can be improved. So welcome, please.
So I was born in Hong Kong, but if you ask me where I'm from, I will naturally say, hey, I'm from Jersey. And it's not the Jersey Shore or New Jersey or whatever you want to call it. It's Jersey City, New Jersey. My I know I was kind of naive at that time to even think that my plan would work, but I think I needed to believe in it because I didn't want my move to be a permanent situation. And I don't know, maybe this is a permanent situation, but I'm not that scared anymore because looking back at my parents when they moved to Hong Kong, they did it to provide a better life for the family. And I want to think that they struggled when they moved. I have my own struggles, but knowing that their struggle was a lot stronger and bigger than mine, I think I can do this. And this, I have to say, it feels like home now, and we're going to stay.
I've very much enjoyed your talk. It's always, I was waiting on the edge of my seat to see how it would turn out. So I'm glad it's turning out very well for you. Next, we would like to move on to the final speaker, Cantonese.
OK，现在让我来介绍一下第二位中文的演讲嘉宾是，他的英文名叫 King， 中文名叫做梁先生。他会用他会用广东话来为大家演讲。对，让我们欢迎梁先生。
大家好，我叫梁顯升。咁今晚咧，我想做一個少少嘅自我介紹啦，同埋大家咧係分享翻我點解係會從金融界咧係走向去心理學嘅。咁我本身係喺香港出世啦，溫哥華大。咁我18歲咧係考入咗 Stanford， 咁就主修經濟學。咁畢業嗰陣時咧，咁我就面對一個我諗大家呢間房係面對過嘅一個問題嘅，就係我將來想做啲咩嘢，咁係一個好重要嘅人生決定啦。咁我就真係唔知自己其實係想做咩嘅，咁就可能係即係當然有父母嘅要求啦，同埋覺得自己個為咗前景啊，為咗自己物質上嗰個條件要好啲，就覺得要點樣去選擇，即係點都好啦，種種嘅因素咧係讓我係作出一個我認為係非常之錯嘅決定。咁我卒之咧係選擇咗係入咗金融界投資銀行。咁相信咧呢度好多人應該都係對金融界係有啲認識嘅，或者係有啲印象。入邊嘅工作環境同埋文化係好極端嘅，即係你知好多人係會譬如一個星期咧係會工作多過100個小時啊，或者係自己嘅情緒嗰方面係做唔足所謂係管理嗰方面。咁嗰陣時咧我就覺得好憤怒，即係唔知其實點解會喺度做緊啲乜嘢，係為咗啲咩而做緊呢份工。咁有時我會覺得好憤怒我父母，有時係會好憤怒即係我嘅僱主。咁其實我做到最尾咧，其實係發現到其實最憤怒嘅對象係我自己嘅，因為係冇呢個勇心咧，佢真係去把握機會去尋找我真係好想做嘅嘢。咁當時我真係覺得係好無助，係覺得係甚至係不能自拔嗰種嘅感覺嘅。咁我點樣咧？都係覺得我作咗一個選擇，我應承咗人係會完成呢2年嘅工作嘅合約啦。咁點都要做，但係咧，我亦都有向翻我自己係簽咗另外一份合約嘅，就係我完成咗2年工作咧，係要尋找自己啦，就要俾啲時間去真係去發掘下我自己究竟係咩樣嘅人，係有啲咩樣嘅興趣。咁我做完2年啦，咁真係出咗嚟有咗自由啦。咁一方面咧係覺得好興奮，每朝早咧係可以瞓到11點都得，但係另一方面咧係其實感到 好焦慮、好驚、好擔心。我晚晚我就算係可以瞓到11點咧，起身趕時都係會覺得好驚。咁直至到係有一日咧，我係喺街嗰度係等緊巴士嘅。咁相信大家咧對三藩市嘅公共交通嗰個情況都有一定嘅了解啦。咁啊個巴士就遲晒大到，咁同我一齊等有一位女士嘅，咁佢可能係有啲精神上嘅障礙。咁我見到佢譬如係有啲污穢啊，同埋佢係譬如有啲自言自語嗰種嘅姿態。咁點都好啦，佢就同我開始就傾偈，咁我就回答佢。咁傾下咧，我就盡量係無條件咁樣去聽佢喺度講乜嘢。咁終於咧，嗰個巴士嗰個司機咧就到咗啦。咁嗰個女仔上巴士係有啲慢嘅，佢動作係有啲怪嘅。跟住佢問嗰個巴士司機：呢個巴士會唔會經過呢一度㗎？個巴士司機話：I don't know, get in or get out。跟住我就盡量就幫佢去問啦，就問即係用好客氣嘅字眼去問：呢個巴士會唔會經過呢個地方？佢亦都係咁樣個態度對我話：I don't know, get in or get out。咁卒之咧，我係選擇咗係落嗰巴士，係陪呢個女士係揾翻屋企嘅。咁呢個經歷咧係令我真係好感動，因為我一落車咧，呢個女士其實係好感激同埋好熱情，咁使我係意識到咧，其實黐線呢個概念係真係太過幾簡單。雖然Sarah 其實係有啲精神上嘅，即係可能思考嗰方面係同其他人係唔同嘅，但係咧佢依然係好懂得人性。而我覺得其實有啲係思考係冇問題嘅人，反而係忽略咗呢一方面。咁所以咧，我透過呢個經驗咧，係決定咗去投身入去社會服務。咁我亦都有喺好多非牟利機構咧係做過義工嘅。譬如係幫啲長者啊，或者係細路仔都有。咁到而家我就選擇咗係翻去香港係追求呢個係心理學，即係臨床心理學嘅學程。咁我好相信，同埋亦都好希望我今次呢個選擇係一個係啱嘅選擇，而係為咗一啲正確嘅原因嚟作出嘅。多謝大家。
是不是很感人？我觉得这个故事非常的感人。现在接下来是让我们的英文 table master。
Next up we have table topics, and Tiffany, because she's doing the Mandarin, she's also volunteered to do the English because Lynn is not here today. So Tiffany, welcome.
Thanks. So I actually hope that you guys have all heard a lot of speeches in various different languages. I don't know how many people in here actually understand Cantonese. Today is actually our first time having a Cantonese speaker to speak. And I actually have learned a lot about Lynn and also about Latin and Hin as well. And I actually have ribbons in here, but I probably won't waste time right now. But at the end of the meeting, I'll give you guys the icebreaker ribbons to kind of congratulate you guys for like being brave enough to come up and actually give your first speech today. So right now we're moving on to table topic. And since I'm also doing the Mandarin one, I decided to do an English one. So I'll probably ask a question in English and I'll ask a question in Chinese. And the way how table topic works is I will ask a question and you guys have to think of the response at your feet. And you're supposed to answer the questions within approximately a minute to 2 minutes. And if it's a minute, Tom will actually give out the green card, that's the minimum time. And yellow is 1 minute and 30 seconds, and red is 2 minutes. Today the topic will be on vacation. Since 2 weeks ago, I wasn't in here because I actually went to Hawaii on vacation. And all you have to do is you stand up and you just share.
You're going to get a soapbox. I am not married. I don't believe in the institution of marriage. There's a reason for that. My reason is because I have a very skeptical brain, and marriage was created around 1000 AD, and it was created via religion, and it was created when people died. Their lifespan was about 35 years. So girls were married off at 12, 13, 14, 15, and then they died 15 years later. Now people live till they're about 80. We weren't meant to be married that long. I don't know what meant really means, but so there's a little history. I'd love to go to Africa for a vacation, and I do believe in monogamy and having a life partner. But and of course, so people sometimes get married for the tax rights, and when people die, and all that stuff. That wasn't meant to be funny, but it's true. And I respect people's beliefs. So I've lived in Hawaii and Maui. I've lived in Spain. I've traveled everywhere except the continent of Africa, and I've never been to Asia. So I'd like to go, obviously, to Korea. I keep hearing about the night in Korea. It means like clubbing and all that stuff. It's really cool. So I hope that was like a minute or 2 minutes. I guess, was it 2 minutes?
About there.
Okay.
A little over.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's it. That's my spiel.
Thanks a lot. Turn my questions to Chinese. Since like a lot of the time, like I personally, I'm not a brave person. Wherever I go on vacation, I'm actually really scared of like getting hurt and stuff. So I never go like to places where I don't think it's safe. That's me. And I also won't do crazy things such as like bungee jumping or like bungee jumping, because I actually love watching Amazing Race. And whenever I watch Amazing Race, and I just feel like, oh my god, I can never be one of the contestants, because they always have crazy things such as like jumping off a plane in 10,000 square feet at Argentina, or they have something crazy like jumping on fire or something like that. So I would never be able to do that. So my question in Chinese is, 你最可怕的旅行经验是什么？ I'm gonna ask you, Adam, because I know you know Chinese.
对不起，
你最
可以翻译。
like four or five trip experience.
OK，我试试看。
Okay.
大家好，最可怕的旅行
Like
旅
trip.
行我2003年到2008年，都在台北教育嘛，然后有一次大概2005年的时候，我跟一个朋友我们决定去巴厘岛旅行，那边很方便，我也在从台湾到印尼只需要5个钟头的飞机时间，比从美国去那边方便多了。所以我们在巴厘岛的时候，我们不知道我们需要特别的怎么讲，这 driver's license 国际的 driver's license， 所以我们决定租车，然后他们觉得没有关系，我们不用这个国际的 driver's license 租车，所以我们租车的时候有很多警察，他们要我们pull over，然后那个时候可怕，我也不知道那边的规定怎样。
So what happened and you have to go to jail? Something on the
我们给他们一些钱就好。
Oh, okay, that's good. So he said at the end, in case you guys don't understand, he just gave some money at the end. That's it, right?
Yeah.
So kind of like bribery.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Okay. My next question is about trips for sure. And I personally believe in kind of joining tours or maybe going on cruises where I don't have to kind of plan the itinerary, look at driving, looking at a map, looking at GPS, getting lost, etc. So my style of vacation is to relax and have everything planned for me. So my next question is, if you're going to go on a vacation, do you actually prefer joining a tour, going the luxury route where you don't have to do anything, or you actually enjoy having a backpack and plan out your itinerary and going on road trips and stuff? Some people like that. So my question is, Timo, sorry. Yeah, so what's your travel style? What's your ideal travel style?
So I grew up not really going on, much of a vacation. My family isn't really the type who enjoys going on vacation. My dad really likes to work, and he likes to work, and my mom is sort of like the same way. So it was a little rare that we would really, go on a journey just to relax. But we would just go on day trips to spend some time together and go to new places, but nothing too far. And I would have to do a lot of studying, like sports, so I couldn't get away from home for very long. So I grew up without the vacation culture. I think that really stayed with me. So now I don't really feel like going on vacation most of the time. And even if I do want to relax, I would, I feel like it should be something educating. So I would go to Machu Picchu and improve my Spanish and meet new people and learn how they live there, what kind of food they eat. And then maybe I'll go to China, maybe. But really going to a beach, relaxing, laying there, reading a book for 3 hours is not what I would desire. And probably I would start walking around, getting really bored if I did that for an hour. It's good to swim. I want to swim. Beach is cool. But it's just the fact that I feel like it needs to be education. And I'm really bad with directions. I don't have much of a sense of direction. So I would definitely have an itinerary and map. I would plan it out if I did. If I had to, I do plan it out. But yeah, that's sort of my style of not vacation.
Okay, thank you. Question in Chinese. 你这难忘的旅行经验是怎么样的？ Can I ask you? Yeah.
我记得那是2005，2005年，那时候我一个人去欧洲，是因为当时就是感情失败，然后就回来香港，在香港参加那个旅行团，在去欧洲一个人拿着皮箱，就是从来没试过。那在一路上就是也认识了蛮多的新朋友，也去了不少的地方，但是也蛮奇怪的，回来以后对整个旅行一点影响都没有。其实就是一个感觉，就是觉得那边的风景都蛮漂亮的，但是就是觉得身边好像少了一个人。就到每个地方，就是说有机会将来再来一次，就是跟自己的伴侣或者怎么样再重温一次嘛。但是就是整个旅程里面，其实我也不知道自己在干什么，就是回来就只是记得那里是一个比较很浪漫的地方，就是想再去一次。就是像你刚才所说的，说那是我第2次去旅行，是参加旅行团的，而不是自己去看。所以说下一次去的话，我想是我自己做了个 plan 自己去这样子。谢谢，就是这样。
My last question in English is, if you actually have $1 million, money is not a problem. What is your ideal vacation? Sue?
Okay, speak Chinese after.
English.
Oh, no, just if I can speak in Chinese
Yeah,
later.
of course. If you want to speak in Chinese.
The English question could be going to other native.
Okay, fine. You want to
Yeah,
practice Chinese?
yeah,
I'll find it in English.
I
I didn't know. Oh yeah, you said you live in China, right? So you
Oh, not that much, but I might.
yeah, I will ask you the next question then. So let me ask Carl, a visitor.
Sure.
Sorry, can you rephrase the question?
Oh yeah, so if you actually have $1 million, say if you win the lottery and stuff, you have all the money in the world, and you can spend it on any luxury vacation or anything you want. What is your most ideal vacation going to be like? Your wife is laughing.
Yeah, you know that she's happy, right? If I win $1 million, she probably have 1,001 ideas. And one vacation that I can think of is actually the vacation that my wife planned for us. And actually we went to Italy, and it was a self-planned vacation. And we flew to Venice, and we took everything self-guided, use a book, go from one place to another place. And from Venice we went to Milan, and Milan went to Rome. So I have good memories of going through vacation when it's self-planned, because you have a lot of things that you encounter. Like you miss a boat, right? You miss a train. No, it's not normal things, but those are the memories that you remember. And sometimes you have weird events that you meet people that you haven't seen, and they say, "Hey, are you from this place?" So I do think that what I would do is I will take $1 million and we will plan a vacation to go Europe, and we'll do it on freestyle, and we'll get to meet different people and get to do different things. And I believe that that's the most wonderful thing, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. So my last question is, 你喜欢跟你的朋友，还是你的伴侣，还是你的家人，还是你自己去旅行？
我学习了观光旅游，我在大学学习观光旅游。是这样的。我学习了，我在大学学习了观光旅游，然后我觉得去德国，我去年去了德国，我在那边准备1年学习了。我以前说过很长时间，我忘了，快说不住了。然后我那个时候我见面了很多中国朋友。所以我就可以学习中文那边。然后我们去了东欧洲，可以说这样吗？东欧洲，我去了东欧 ，Poland, Hungary， 跟我的中国朋友。那个时候我真的感觉很挑战，因为所有的人是中国人，他们一直说中文。我只可以说台语和英语，完全听不懂了。但是这个是很好的挑战，还有很好时间跟我的朋友，所以我认识了去旅行很好的朋友，还联系了。谢谢。
Great, thank you very much, Tiffany. I was forgetting that I was actually Toastmaster, and I should stand up and introduce the next part of the session. Next, we've just completed the speaking portion of our meeting, and next we move on to a very important session, which is the evaluation session. And to lead that part of the meeting, essentially the Toastmaster for the evaluations, is David. So David, welcome.
Hi everyone, I'm David. I am your general evaluator for tonight, and also I'm a secretary for the Toastmaster Club. Just before I get into our official evaluation, there's a visitor list going around. If you're a brand new visitor, please sign it so we actually have your information, so then we contact you, and then if you do come up here, you can actually get on our list for future events. So, really glad to see a lot of new people here tonight. We have a lot of people doing the first event. I think that's awesome. You know, it's always encouraging and inspiring to see people come up here and talk for the first time. and that's what we're here all about. So we have 2 evaluators tonight. Instead of going back and forth and evaluation like we did in the agenda, I would like to have our English evaluator, Philip, to come up first and to give an evaluation for both 2 of our English speakers.
Thank you. So our first speaker was Mushika. We introduced notes. Mushika, and her topic was, her title was The Cameron House and the Chinese American Women in San Francisco. And just to give you some background, this was her second speech. The objective of her speech was to present a talk that was organized in a manner that leads the audience to a clearly defined goal. The speech should include a beginning, a body, a conclusion. It should present major facts and ideas smoothly. And there's different categories that I was supposed to consider. The first category was speech value. The next category is preparation, organization, opening, body, conclusion, and transition. So those were the things I'm looking for. And I think that as Mushika was speaking, I think that I think she had a good opening. She introduced her topic, and I think she was pretty engaging. She was able to. I could tell that this was something that really grabbed her. Something that she felt that she really wanted to let us know. Something that she wanted to share, and that I also felt that I like how she made good eye contact and she was looking at us, and so I think that was good. So overall, I don't have a whole lot to say in terms of anything that was negative. Just some things to consider. Just worth considering is that I think less reliance on notes, which is tough, especially. I mean, look at me, I'm using notes, right? So, but ideally, you don't use notes. To make it stronger. I think, and also if you vary your speech, I noticed that you had a nice, when you spoke, it was very, very audible, very clear. But if you vary the speed and the tone, maybe kind of mix things up, because sometimes it's like a monotone, but in a nice way. Just being nitpicky. Okay, so moving along for the second English speaker, that was Lai Lin. Her topic was leaving home. This was her first speech, her icebreaker speech. I'm going to use some notes here. The purpose of this speech was for her to just simply start speaking and just have her speak. Just let her share something about herself. There's a number of things that I was supposed to be looking at. I'm supposed to mention, a number of things. What are some of her strong points? How well did the audience get to know her by the end of her speech? Was she prepared? Did she speak clearly, audibly? Did she have an opening, body, conclusion? Did she have to use notes? What are some things that maybe she could work on? What are things that I like about her speech? So, in short, I think Ivan, I think overall I thought it was a really great speech. I was actually impressed with her first speech. She used, I didn't see her using any notes, so I thought it seemed like she had everything memorized. Like she knew the subject really well. So I thought that was very impressive. I expected her to go through notes, and she didn't have to do that. And I thought she made good use of her body. She would use her hands to express emotion. She would smile at times. I think that I noticed. I think there are. If I had to be nitpicky and try to point out things that I would perhaps ask her to consider working on is maybe more eye contact. Spend a little more time when you're talking to one. As you're speaking, you can direct your attention to one person, and then later on, as you're speaking another point, you can talk to another person. Just kind of spend a little more time with people to create a little more eye contact. I mean, mean, maybe that might be worth considering. And let me see what else was there. And also the pauses. You know, sometimes when you're speaking, you're going on to the next subject, the next point. I think our all counter and timer will probably count. There was sometimes where you would use some ums and ahs, and I noticed that, and that's something like maybe some of the transition. Maybe that's something you might want to consider. So, but overall, both speeches were excellent.
Thank you, Philip. I think that's a great evaluation. One of the better evaluations I've seen here for a while. So evaluation is supposed to be due to Toastmasters. It's just as important of the club as giving a speech yourself, because we're all here to learn. Here's a safe place for us to make our mistakes. The evaluation is an important part that helps you learn what you can improve on, and you do it in a way that is non-personal, and it just helps you give a really good structure. Because when you are guys of the communicator, if you haven't seen it already, there's actually a really good structure for how to do evaluations. And if you get more involved with Toastmasters, you actually go to competitions where they have competitions for the best evaluator of speech. And when you see that, that's really good. It's really interesting, because then the more you see evaluation, really can you, even if you don't do it, you start realizing on yourself when you're giving speech in front of people what you can improve on. And so even though you don't participate, actually actively doing it, you still learn a lot from it. So next, our evaluator is also her first time being an active evaluator, and we're all excited to be here. And Kate will be doing the evaluation for both Ben and also
the gestures that you had, you were basically speaking to the audience. I could tell because you were doing eye contacts to each person and switching it from on and off. You made good pauses, and also what I thought what could improve was, since I'm so limited in my Chinese and I don't know everyone's levels in general, it'd be a good idea maybe to stretch your words a little more, have a little emphasis on maybe like the highs and lows and just for certain words. Because I noticed the way you were talking from the first two words were a little more stretched, but then the last couple were a little staccato. So for my benefit maybe too, it'd be easier to stretch a little longer. So maybe have more of a affection to the story. Yeah. So overall, it was good. And then for him, so he was talking about himself for his icebreaker, and I liked how he started with an outline of what he was going to do, saying, this is me, this is what I started with, and this is what I ended with. And gave an outline in my head that this is what you're going to do, this is what we're talking about. And if I got lost, I'd be thinking, oh, where is he talking about? Like how you're talking about when you were talking about, sorry, like the bus. How, this is what influenced you to go into psychology. And that referred back to the whole outline you were doing in the intro. So I thought that was good.
you're gonna say next. You spoke really clearly, and I liked how you didn't depend on your notes. You saw, I guess you had something on your paper or whatnot. You're kind of making little pointers. That's what you were talking next. So I thought that was good. And I like how you also use anecdotes and examples as opposed to just totally just seeing the story. So.
Great job, Kate. Actually, for first time. And I actually do love the fact that we had both Mandarin and Cantonese speaker, because that wasn't what we thought about originally. But the purpose of Toastmaster is to help you come up here and practice your speech. In any way we can help you to grow would be a good way for us. And then essentially we have a lot of Cantonese speaker here as well, so I think that worked out really well. So next we'd like to report out our counter and timer. For this is just to help you so you know how much you or speech are doing. And so for your own speech, it would be good to just write on your own speech how long it is, how many it is. Because you don't always remember it, but if you write it down, then you will remember for next time when you do your speeches what avoid, what word to avoid. So for our counter, today we have Kathy. Kathy, would you like to report out?
So for Mashika, she has 20 no grammar mistake I caught. For Ben, he's doing fine on both. And for Layman, she has 2 and no grammar mistake. For him, the Cantonese speech, I caught 4 gum. It's kind of equivalent of in English. And for Tiffany, English Toastmasters, or the ticket topic, she has 5 right. 1 for Catherine, she has 2 1 so no grammar. For Adam, he has 1 grammar is fine. Timo is fine. Regina, she has 1 zo and zo shi. For Kong, he has 1 so. For Sue, she's doing fine. And for Philip, the evaluator, he has 17 15 R's. For Kate, Chinese evaluator, she has 2 4 R, 1 go, 2 and 2 so.
Wow.
Wow.
Great job. This is the best counter we had in our club. and the purpose of our club is to really help you be aware of the things that you don't understand, that you don't really normally aware of. It's tough enough to be up here already, and these little things that you do to kind of help yourself along, you don't notice it, but it's good to be aware of it so you can perform in the future. So next we have our timer, and the timer for tonight is Timo.
For English speaker, Rashika, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Mandarin speaker, then Sfmet. And Layman, our English speaker, 5 minutes and 23 seconds. Hint, 6 minutes, 10 seconds. English table topics. Catherine, 1 minute 27 seconds. Myself, 1 minute 45 seconds. Home, 1 minute 10 seconds. Mandarin table topics. Adam, Yi Fen Zhong, San Shi Wu Regina. Yi Fen Zhong, San Shi San Ning. Su, Yi Fen Zhong, 20 Wu Ning. David, Master Evaluator, intro, 43 seconds. Evaluator, Philip, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The second evaluation, 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Kate, art control, first one, second one, E control, E control. And Kathy, your intro was 35 seconds. Kathy, counter, 1 minute.
job again. So next, we'll move on to the actual general evaluation of the club, and that's actually my job to help us reflect and look at our progress in the club. So for those of you who are a little bit new to our club, this club just started in the beginning of the year. So a lot of our including officers are new, and this is one way to help us really learn and grow. So we are all here to learn together and grow together. So first of all, we had a great improvement in our agenda today. Thanks, Ken. These agendas are really good. That's something that we've been missing in the past, and sometimes because with new people here, it's great to have people line up and to give it more structure and figure out what's happening.
Who made the agenda?
I used some templates from.
Oh, you made all
Yes.
this?
Well, I was just going to ask if people preferred one to the other. Out of the three, which one do people like most?
That's a great question. Does anybody have a preference of the 1, 2, or 3?
I like two.
Okay, let's try this. If you, anybody raise your hand on 1, 2, or 3, which one you prefer? 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, okay.
Mostly 2s and 1s. So 30% 1s and half of the 2s. And then we could actually mix it up between the 2, and then you also will have a chance to volunteer later on for being the Toastmaster over our next meeting. And as a Toastmaster, you actually have an opportunity to choose which best fit the agenda, which way you prefer. So that's a great power that you will have if you become the Toastmaster for our next meeting. So first thing I have to say is, one thing I always think about Toastmasters, when on here, here's your stage. You are the main actor. And no matter your role is the Toastmaster, the table topic master, or the speaker, you are here for a reason. So one thing I would like to make is that for the Toastmasters, we will always up here and wait till the speakers, whoever come up, shake their hands, and officially pass the stage to them, so they become master. And same for the speakers. Once you're done, you did a great job. Toastmaster will come here, shake their hand, and you will move on. So just more of a formal process. And if you go online and you look at some of the other clubs, it just makes things look a lot more professional, a lot more structured. And also, another thing is, this is the environment for us to encourage everybody to go up. I remember when we first started this club, we used to clap the speaker until they all the way up here, just to help a lot of people, kind of encourage them, make them feel better, especially for the new speakers. If you keep clapping until you come up here, it just creates a little better atmosphere. And that's something I've seen in other clubs, and it might be something that we want to do here if we want to practice. And for one thing, this time we didn't, for the table topic speakers, they didn't come up here. But I would recommend that for all the table topic speakers, even to come up here, because if nothing else, we have a camera up there recording you. And as a benefit of being in our club, you actually get to see how you do it on your own. Because I saw my first speech a couple weeks ago, and I thought I did okay, but when I look at myself, like, no. There's a lot of things that you can work on that you wish you could do better, but you don't know about it until you actually see it. So I would encourage, when we do have some leeway in our time, so we encourage people to come up and look at the audience, be a rehearsal for your next speech, anything else. I think lastly, this is just a basic logistic, is that for the speakers, before the meeting starts, we're going to, as an officer, we'll try to do a better job of seeing our agenda ahead of time as well. It's good to talk to your evaluator beforehand. Make sure you give them your booklet, either a constant communicator, beforehand, so then you don't have to scramble or work about once you come up here for the stage, and then you will have the proper credit to record on your speech. And also for the evaluators, it's the same thing. It's a two-way street. Make sure you go talk to your speakers, make sure they're all here, make sure you understand what they're talking about, and if there's anything in particular, as we go down later to the speeches, if there's something they want to work about specifically for that topic, you will know that you'll put more focus on your evaluation for that part. So, and for those of you that have not become an official member, once you do, you actually get your first two manuals of competent communicator and competent leaders. So for those of you that has a role tonight with doing the event, there's our checklist we will check off in the leadership And normally our VP of Education is the one that will help you sign off so you get credit for it once you become a member. And I'm also a co-VP of Education, so if our author is not here, you come and see me, make sure we can check off. And also, for those of you who doesn't have your first time doing evaluation, also come see me or author. We will give you a printout of your evaluation so you have something to take home. So even if you do not join us, you will have something to take away with you to help you improve your future speeches. And lastly, is just, again, great to see everybody's up here, and I think we're doing much better than what we used to, and we hope to see everybody again.
We're doing fine on time today, so that is good. And I can't emphasize enough, if you're not a member, in order to really participate in the club and to be able to keep coming back here and keep participating, you do need to become a member. Members are the ones who are able to give speeches, etc. And then once you become a member, always bring your 2 manuals, because if you give a speech, you can get credit for it, the Competent Communicator Manual. And if you do any other role, like grammarian or timer, once there's one slot in here, so if you're timer, you can actually get credit for it in the leadership manual, get someone to evaluate you. I'll evaluate you after the meeting. You can, since you're doing it anyways, you might as well get credit for all these various roles and get a little bit of quick feedback. And it would be great if we can have these meetings where everyone gets to practice, everyone gets to speak. So if you're wanting to speak Mandarin and English, there's enough roles, so we can add different roles, like maybe have one evaluator per speaker, or add a joke master, or add something else. So we really want to get everybody talking. And I'll turn it over to the Mandarin Toastmaster.
因为这是我第一次当中文的 Toastmaster，希望大家多多包涵。有什么做不到的之处，我下次会记得做的会更好。谢谢。然后go over this portion now.
Yeah, that'd be nice to ask.
OK， 那我就用中文。可以请今天来的所有的嘉宾站起来吗？新来的嘉宾，新来的。And all the new guests today, can you stand up, please? Yeah, I would like you guys to maybe have any comments about this club, anything that you want to say.
Yeah. Introduce yourself with your name, and then just in a sentence or two, give your impression of the meeting, and did you enjoy our gathering today?
Sure. So my name is Kong, but I say King Kong without the King. So I've been to many clubs besides joining the Silicon Valley Mandarin English. I know it's always a challenge to in a new club that's always growing and people are trying to improve. I see a lot of good things here. I see a lot of good speeches. I see that there's still some room for improvement in our organizations. And I definitely want people to, for us, we don't have podiums because it actually makes you feel good when you stand up and you feel very comfortable. And as you do more, I feel better even without notes. So I think this is a great place to join if I stay here or work here. Too bad I work at other places. Thank you.
Add something. I'll volunteer to, and I can get reimbursed eventually from the club, but I volunteered to order a podium. Would that be a good idea?
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll order it, and then later when the club actually has a little bit of funds, they can pay me back. So the podium, that's a very good suggestion.
Thank you. And
I very much enjoyed today. I probably won't be returning because I need to go to probably a regular Toastmasters. Not that I didn't enjoy understanding the difference between Cantonese and Mandarin. I could hear it totally. But it'd probably be better for me to speak at a but it was fascinating. I love your story. I love New York, or the New York people. And thank you for your time and good luck. And if you don't want anybody, join us again.
really challenging to me. I wish you could understand Korean, and I can do more, better job here. But actually, I have to be more challenging here. And then, actually, Cantonese, I was really curious about the story. Actually, I couldn't understand any words. I was kind of depressed after. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Adam, and I've been to a couple other Toastmasters groups before, and this one definitely has a really good atmosphere. And one thing that I've seen other Toastmasters groups do that I think is kind of fun is have a word of the day, and then so maybe you could have one in English, one in Chinese.
Yeah, we actually thought of it today. I was talking to David.
And then if you say the word, then we'll bang on the table. Something like that. Makes it fun. But yeah, this is a great opportunity, and
What is your name?
My name is Steve.
Steve?
And I found this group from meetup.com, and I had no idea what a Toastmaster is. And I was, just hanging out, want to see what was going on. And actually, I came here, people start speaking. It's a very corporate kind of environment that I'm not really used to. I do stand-up comedy, and not professionally yet, but I do get paid from time to time now. And this is like a perfect environment for me to catch my new jokes. So I might come back.
Yeah, well, we have an opening for Joke Master. That's a role that everyone can just give a quick humorous anecdote. Then also there are humor speeches. So just like you saw the icebreaker, you can present a humor speech.
And I'm looking for some, I'm learning how to do some corporate event. Maybe this would be a good environment for me too. And if you guys want any evaluation for me, like public speaking, I would love to give you guys advice. So my first advice is be passionate. You have to be, you have that passion and the love in the moment.
Okay, well I think we have one more.
No, okay. My name is Gina, and I'm in a couple of Toastmaster club, and definitely I really love this one, and I really enjoy it, and especially, and I'm looking for mentoring in the past, the Cantonese, and it's like I really enjoy it. And I think about to come back, but just the schedule is like because you guys are meeting on a Wednesday night, so it's a little bit tough for me. So yeah.
We'll come back and visit when you can. That's great. So you're welcome to sit down. Remember, if you join, you're not forced to stand up at the end of the meeting. So please, if you're interested, please join the club.
Okay, let's welcome our club president, Tiffany, and talk about our next week's agenda.
Before we close the meeting, I promised whoever was brave enough to come up to give the first speech today that they would get a little ribbon. This is so convenient, so you can put it in your car or in your room. Put it under your pillow. So now let's get into the business of next week's agenda. Who actually wants to be the English Toastmaster? Any volunteer? Toastmaster, basically that's what Ken did today. You will have the joy of creating this agenda, and I'm sure that Ken's going to send you a template of creating the agenda.
On the wiki spaces, actually, these agendas are up there
Oh,
under the
they're up there?
resources, so you can choose or modify.
We'll start picking pictures. Okay, Kate's going to be in charge of this program. What about the Chinese Toastmaster? Anyone wants to practice the Chinese and Mandarin? Kathy? Okay, so since you are the English Toastmaster, if you mind, start writing the new role for next week. Oh, David's going to do it? actually want to give an English speech.
Oh,
Okay,
English
wants
speech
to?
too.
Okay, Ken and me.
Okay.
So I've never given a speech in this club before, so it'll be my first speech. I'm actually doing speech number 7. Yeah. Which speech number are you doing?
It's probably from an advanced manual.
Oh, you
Figure out which.
Okay. So I'm still doing the first manual for speech number 7 for me. What about Chinese? We need someone who can give a Mandarin speech. Or Cantonese. What about you? You want to give a Chinese speech? Cantonese? Not yet. Okay. What about Mashika?
I'm not going to be here next week.
Oh, you're not going to be here next week. Okay, I see. Well, David, you want to give one? In Chinese, right? We don't have another speaker. There's another speaker. You guys should speak up. If not, we'll move on to English table topic.
But by the way, there's also members who are not here today, so
Yeah,
we should ask
email
them if they want to give a Mandarin speech.
Yeah.
So sorry for interrupting.
That's fine. What about English table topic? Anyone wants to do the Okay, Timo wants to do the English table topic. What about the Mandarin table topic?
Do that too.
You want to give it a try, Timo?
I'll give somebody else a chance.
That's also a very good idea.
Yeah.
I see. Philip, do you want to do the Chinese? Okay, Philip was there for the Chinese table topic. Yes. What about the master evaluator? Giving the whole overall evaluation of the club. Amy, will you be here next week? Do you want to try giving an evaluation of the club? Do you want to be the master evaluator?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, fine. Who wants to be the Chinese evaluator of David's speech? You want to do that, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay, Amy is going to evaluate David's speech in Chinese. What about my speech and Ken's speech? English evaluator. Who understands English here? Thank you.
I understand. People want to know what English.
Okay. Or we'll try to see if someone else wants to do it because you're doing people talk. You're doing in both Chinese and English, right?
No, just
I'll send out an email to the people that are not here.
Okay. Or do you want to do it? Yeah, speech
Oh,
evaluator.
yeah, Phil's doing
Okay,
that.
yeah, Lalin is doing the English evaluator. You're going to evaluate both mine and Ken. Is that fine? Thanks. And our counter grammarian, that's basically what Kathy did. You can do a better job than Kathy.
Actually, the Jets Club, the Japanese English club that I'm a member of, they're even more thorough and more strict on the ahs and the ums. So
Okay.
you get to see what the
Yeah, in my other club, like if you actually have one bar, you have to give 25 cents to the church. The max is $1, so for you have to give $1 too. That would be a good way to like kind of start fundraising for this club. Some money, yeah.
Does it apply to gas as well?
No, it does not apply to gas. It's only members. Yeah. But maybe we won't start that yet since our club is really new. Maybe we'll just find someone who will do our counter and grammarian and timer.
And a genuine evaluator.
Yeah, I'll do the art.
Okay, Amy will do the art counter as well. Yeah, general evaluator, I think right now we just put author. Because author's in this here. So I think that's it. Thanks a lot for coming, everyone.
Okay, okay.
Nice meeting you.
Did they close this yet? Should we stop it for them? Yeah, so it doesn't waste the